Hey guys. So yeah, I uh I wasn't planning on to be honest, I wasn't planning on doing this video, but um I don't know, I felt like I should talk about something first. Um cuz well as you all know, or some of you guys, a few of you might know, um a couple of them, a couple of you, I don't know, might know that I'm taking therapy. Um, I'm taking, I have like, I, there's like this thing that I don't know how to explain it. Uh, Basically, the reason why I haven't been uploading very, like, every day is because I've been working on first of all, I've been working and stuff like that, but since today I had a day off, I thought I'd focus on my mental health. So with that being said, speaking of mental health, I have been seeking a therapist because I've been dealing with a lot of mental health issues. Um, so I have been seeing a therapist. I'm seeing a therapist now, and very cheap as well, and right close to my house too. Um, or sort of. Anyways, the point is that I've been uh, I've been rest. I've been this. The reason why I'm telling you guys is because I'm for this next for this next poem that I'm writing. It's kind of I feel like God wanted me to write it, but at the same time I'm being hesitant because it's so deep into my core, and like this topic that's like so rooted into my core, into like I don't know, like it's and like this poem hits hard with me at a personal level, and so my therapist tells me that it's okay to it's okay that my feelings are valid, but at the same time it's okay to ask for help and prayer and for these types of situations. Okay, basically I have a learning disability, and for a long time I've I've been I've been trying to tell myself that I don't have a disability, because that's, to me, that's like saying, "Oh, there's something wrong with you," and like you, and like you're just you're just tossed aside, and like you don't have a disability. You're normal. Well, normal, and um, but yeah, I am seeking a therapy. Like I have, I diagnosed with like ADHD and ADD, whatever, and at an early age. So plus I always had a stuttering problem. Thank God I don't stutter as much anymore, but I do. I still do, unfortunately. But uh, but yeah, I have a learning disability. I've always tried to hide it, and I like and I always try to not deal with it, to try to bury it, because I've always been so ashamed of who I was, and I've always I've always been ashamed of who I was until I met God. And like I've always been ashamed of who I was, and always been, because since I hung out with those group of people since ever since I got out of that toxic group of friends, which I think you guys could see in the previous episodes. In previous videos, way back. Um, I have been most of my friends, were autistic, and and other mental issues as well, and and I guess the more I hung out with them, uh, the more it grew on me. The more it's like a little bit of residue. The more I hung out with them, the more I kind of I started to feel comfortable with who I was with my disability. But it's like they kept berating me. It's like, I don't know. It's like they kept I guess they brought out the worst in me, and I don't like that. I don't like to see people to see the bad part of me. But it made me thinking, what's that gonna do with your disability? That sucks, but what does that got to do with your disability? Well, um, basically, I been with this one person, and so much. I bonded with this person so much to the point where I was willing to been telling me, like, brainwashing me into like believing that my I hung out with this person who was not autistic, or not have the same problems, the same mental problems that I have. Who and they kept like who I thought was my friend, but just started like brainwashing me into thinking that, oh, you're disability. Why can't you be more like the rest of us? And why are you the way you are? And why can't you just pay attention and just like be normal and just stop messing up, and stop being so, I don't know, just stop. Pay attention to what you just pay attention to what people tell you, and stop screwing up, to put it lightly. And your disability is gonna hold you back from pursuing your dreams, and so on and so forth. And that's what people, you're not good enough. You're never gonna be like the rest of us. You're always living in your sibling shadow, and you're never gonna make anything out of life with your disability. But so on and so forth. And then oh my goodness, this video is gonna be so long, I just know it. But yeah. Long story short, I've always felt ashamed. Ever since then, I've always felt so ashamed of who I was, and like whenever I see somebody with a disability, I shamefully walk away, because like I don't want to be compared to them, and like I always try to be, stand out from the rest, saying, oh, like I'm very smart, and like I'm actually very smart, and I try to prove everyone wrong. But at the end of the day, I still have a disability. I can't change that. But I've learned that now that I know who God is. Now that I know who God is, and I realize that I can change how it affects me. So I've always been so ashamed of having a disability. I've always been so I don't know. I've always felt like, oh, like people have been treating me so super differently, and and like I've always been like an outcast, and it's not been easy to admit that I have a disability. I have ADHD and ADD, and it's it's very struggle to admit because I always see myself as not as being normal, as being uh like like a very uh, high strung and very intellectual person, since I come from a family of intellectuals, sophisticated peoples. Oh, even my siblings are in honors classes, so and I'm the only uh, kid with disabilities, only and in my family, as far as I know. And I always have to live up to my siblings, like to my both my siblings and both my parents' expectations, and I always have to like live under my sibling shadow, sibling shadow, and it's I it's very it's not good. So that's why I wanted to hold off on that poem about disabilities, about equality, about this disability, people with disabilities, because I know I keep saying disabilities a lot, but I can't put it into words how I feel, so I'm trying to. But it's even as I speak, I'm like trying to convince myself that it's okay to have a disability because God gave me a special ability, and that special ability is to encourage and to inspire other people who have even other people who either have kids who who have disabilities of their own, or have kids with like other disabilities, or and that's okay. And God put people on my path, and God uh, is still working on me, my life, and oh boy, and it's it's a very I I don't know. It's okay. Main point. I don't wanna. I haven't. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I just wanna be. I just wanna be inspired. Inspiration. I just wanna inspire people to get to know God, and I don't want to be known as that guy who has mental health issues, who's constantly hyper, who's constantly forgetting stuff all the time. And I know that there's no such thing as normal because almost nobody's perfect or normal, as far as I know. And and yeah, and I don't know. It's just a lot of things that's going on in my mind. But I am talking to a therapist about it. You don't gotta worry about me. I'm doing fine. I'm talking to a therapist, and it's not easy. I try to have a positive outlook and stuff, and I may come up and I know it may come off as very sarcastic and very I'm a very sarcastic outside of a very sarcastic and very like I would say I can act like a jerk sometimes to people, but I know that deep down inside it's like a defense mechanism, and it's like some sort of defense mechanism, and like of my own broken insecurities, and I don't know. I'm just a human being trying to make it day by day in this world, and in this crazy world, just like everybody else. So I know this. I know I hear myself rambling. I hear it, but I'm trying my hardest to put it into words how I'm feeling, but I just, I can't. I'm trying. I'm trying to, but I can't. But, all I know is that I don't, in the future, all I know is that I have a disability. I have a mental disability, and that's okay. And just because I have a mental disability doesn't mean that I can't doesn't mean that I can't bring light to this crazy world. So that's it. That's it for now. That's at least a little bit of what I'm going through this week. So, well, this past year actually. But yeah. But what about you? How are you guys doing? I completely forgot why the whole point of making this video. Sorry you guys had to listen to me ramble. But how are you guys doing? How was your week? How's your year? Do you find more strengths than weaknesses this year, or do you find more weaknesses than strength, or vice versa? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I would really like to to get your opinion on this, either this topic or anything at all. How are you guys doing? And is there any way is there anything that I can do to make your day a little brighter? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah. This videos are already long. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just come in. This is I don't even know how to this breathe. You got this. Breathe. You got this. Okay. Alright, so this has been Chris, 1991, signing out, and stay inspired. I know I'm trying to. Alright, so peace out.